A day in the life of an eBay consignment seller starts with dropping off my daughter at school. It is snowing like crazy this morning in Flagstaff, Arizona. I actually got this snow squall warning on my phone, which is something I'd never seen before. So to avoid the snow squall, before going to the office, I decided to look at some negative feedback and try to get some of them removed. Worst seller I've ever dealt with. Got that one removed. Some of these, will be my fault, but, some of them actually won't be as well, and you just will never get them removed. This one received a scratch on the case, but never showed a picture of the scratch. This one doesn't combine shipping, which we absolutely do, which combine shipping all the time. This one was actually, we sent the cards to them and it was returned to us. The shipping address they put was not correct, but apparently that was our fault. I don't know. We also were looking at the spreadsheet. Some of the spreadsheets we have, this one actually shows what everybody's cards are so that we're actually be able to inventory correctly. And when we do payouts, we know exactly whose cards are who. So now that we have that, we packaged up put on the computer into the backpack, and welcome back. Thanks, Toyota. And driving off to the office. Have a little Red Bull here. This is probably toxic. In 50 years, they'll find that this causes cancer, but hey, you only live once, right? So let's get out of here. Now we are at the Mailbox Plus, which is just a service that Flagstaff I use that has UPS, DHL, and FedEx. Right there is the smaller of the two mountains. The bigger mountain is covered up, which we will see at the end of the video. It's pretty spectacular. Walking down here, but yeah, this mailbox is, I have a P.O. box, which is, of course, a post office, but this one will actually accept anything as well, which is nice because it's under lock and key, and they can accept, the other shippers, which is great, especially for international people. Okay, so I got a couple BGS boxes from BGS, little consignment, so that is very nice. Thank you, Beckett, for sending those to us. And then we have this rolling this large storage tote thing. I don't know what you would call it, but this has been the greatest purchase I've ever done for this office. This is spectacular. Used to, haul all the packages up and down to the office, and now just have to do it in one go. A little harder to push it through the snow, but hey, I only have to deal with that for a few months. So we have all the packages into the nice little rolling goated, just amazing. I can't say enough about this thing. But yeah, I actually learned that I need to work out a little bit more because this was a little harder than it should be to push this through the snow, I'll tell you what. And I actually noticed too while I was recording, you'd think I'd have snow boots after living here in the mountains for a few years, but I do not. Now I'm going to pause this video right here because I'm now in the elevator to the office and I will be trapped in here one day. I'm going to almost guarantee it because this is not something that probably an elevator should sound like, okay? Let's listen in. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. Okay, so we're back in the office, and we have 3 cages, and these are all the way we inventory stuff, boxes of people's stuff. We also have it on the spreadsheets as well, but we also have sticky notes just to, I don't know, we like to duplicate stuff just to make sure. These 3 metal cages will have all the auctions either upcoming, ended, or live, and each of these cages weigh probably between 600 to 800 pounds with the cards inside, so we have that. And let's look at a few of the packages that we got. This is like Christmas to me, honestly. This is the best part of the job because we never know what is going to come in these packages. Some of the smaller packages, I know, good camera work, but I'm opening it with one hand, so give me a break. But yeah, the smaller packages are usually more interesting because the bigger, heavier packages usually just have a lot of more bulk items that you can see every day, but the smaller ones, we usually have a little surprises. Here's a Dark Magician Girl PSA 10, and here's a Dark Magician Girl as well, which I think at that time she was called, was it Black Magician Girl or something different? It was a different time when that card was released in 2001 versus the Yu-Gi-Oh that came out a little later, which is why I think people collect those. Here we have another consignment, a smaller package, which has some, I love vintage WotC right there. That's not WotC, but Venusaur PSA 10. There's some base set, very nice cards. First edition Snorlax Jungle Aids. Just love seeing this. And a Shining Gyarados PSA 10. Very nice. Here we have some PWCC. Love to see stuff from PWCC. So this is stuff that was in the PWCC vault and was sent to us, which, hey, sorry, not sorry, PWCC, that people are sending it to us. Now, I think PWCC gave us a little bit of a middle finger here by giving us it in packing peanuts, which is never good. It's always no bueno, but, hey, I get it. Some people like to use packing peanuts, some people don't. I do not. But let's see what's actually inside of these. Okay, so this is kind of what the typical submission is like. Maybe, I don't know, 40-ish cards, a mix of modern and vintage, mid grades, and maybe a couple high grades. This is kind of what our average submission is like. Yeah, these are some modern cards and PSA 10. There's a little Mega Charizard. But yeah, this is kind of what our typical actually submission is, which is it's awesome to get one card or 500 cards. We've gotten 1,000 cards from one person before. There's a little Moonbreon right there. So it just mixes and matches everything. There's a little BGS card. There's a little PWCC put stickers on the back of every card, which is kind of annoying when you get it from them because you got to peel it off to be able to scan the cards, to be able to be sold on eBay. But hey, that is what it is. I don't really understand their inventory system, but there must be a reason they actually use that. There's an Advent of Arceus, Gengar Level X, very nice card. So once we're done with this, we're going to go to the post office, drop off some stuff, and see what new stuff's there. So as you can see, look at that. Snow's melted. In Flagstaff, a little budget in right there. I'm trying to get a view of the mountain, but I got a budget in. In Flagstaff, once the sun comes out, it really melts quickly because we're at 7,000 feet, and sun is pretty intense up here. Here I parked next to the post office, and it is a little treacherous. I was slipping around a little bit and decided to go to the back, which is not where you're actually supposed to park. As you can see, it's not plowed, but the people here who work here know me, and they know they're not going to tow my car. So that's nice to be able to know that. So opening the trunk and getting a few of the bags. These are number 1 bags. We have the boxes and actual bubble mailers inside of these. We just 2 of them right now just to drop off. People ask, why don't we just have someone come and pick these up? There are a lot of factors, but basically the biggest factor is just not to make the post office mad. This is a smaller town. There's 75,000 people, and we are approximately almost 1/4 of the amount of packages that are shipped out, so we want to make sure they're happy. Here we are getting it to get the door open to send them to the back, and then they switch us with new packages, which is nice. Now we're rolling their roll cart. We have the view of a little bit of downtown Flagstaff. It is icy on those roads, as well as going to the parking lot. Once again, just like my thing, it's a little harder to get through the snow, but hey, we don't have to deal with that for a little while. We are back at the office, and we have the packages and putting it in there. Nice little thumbs up. Yep, very nice. Now we are back at the office, and we are going to open just 1 or 2 packages. I think maybe just 1. This guy usually sends in some unique stuff, and just wanted to see what he had for you guys on camera. And once again, he didn't disappoint. We had a coin, which we do accept. We barely get, but hey, there's a PSA 10 Lily Cosmog coin, as well as a Pichu Bros sealed cello pack, and a Lily Cosmog actual card right there, sealed. So there you go. Very interesting. Oh, also saw this one as I was opening and decided to record. Don't really get many void stickers very often, so I thought, hey, maybe this is kind of valuable, interesting item, because who would put void stickers if it wasn't something that was interesting? But this is just one of our consignment plus, which is we take raw cards and we get them graded for people. So we will get this graded and auction off on eBay. Now to end the day, after opening everything and going to the post office, put all the boxes and get them ready to get recycled. Now on the way home, the employees will scan the cards, list the cards, title the cards, and I get to go home. I get to go past Target and get some more Red Bull. Hopefully in 50 years, like I said, it's not toxic fumes, but hey, you need a little caffeine sometimes. And then on the way home, I decided to record a quick snippet of the actual mountain. That is Mount Humphreys. It is, I believe, about 13,000 feet. It is a pretty amazing view. And hey, that is what a way to end a day in the life.